At the
So,
same,
we will right now create a brief introduction to Brahms and the five pillars. So we are as a target audience. Our target audience right now is people who can pay us, let's say, $1 million a year, right? So who can pay us $1 million a year? So that's around 7.5 crores a year in rupees. In pesos, that is 20 million pesos. Just for you to
Mm-hmm.
understand, and for 7.5 crores a year. So there are not going to be too many people who are. So we have to target people who have a disposable income per year of around $5 million minimum. Okay, so that is our target audience. So a net worth of maybe $50 million and above, and an annual disposable income of $5 million and above. Okay. So who are these kind of people? So they are, in banking parlance, they're called ultra high net worth individuals. Okay.
ultra high.
Ultra high net worth individuals.
Do you have
UHNIs.
some?
They're writing down. This is being recorded, so you can
I don't
then.
have.
So then, and then what do we do? And the reason we are doing that is because right now they will be the only ones. So we'll deal with the others later. So this ultra high net worth individuals on the planet, they're supposed to be around 50,000 of them or 100,000 of them. Okay. So our target is to get 5,000 of such families as our members. So there are around 100,000 families in total, and so around 10% of them should become our members. Okay. Why will they become our members? And that is what needs to come out in our presentation. That we are taking ancient wisdom from different civilizations, and we are studying it deeply, and we have studied it deeply, and we are marrying it to science, technology, modern knowledge, and practices and experience, and together creating solutions that offer the optimum lifestyle which will help you achieve more in every area of life: personal, physical, uh, professional, in every area. And that is why people should become members of Brown. And how are we going to achieve it? So on our website there is How Brown. And so I think right now our website, when someone goes without knowing this, they'll get confused. Right now, I don't think anyone can just make out from the website what do we do. And so it needs to be defined a little more. And I was planning to sit down with Sammy and then do that again. But I would like first this group that we have created: Tour, Alonso, Zaid, Sammy, Diksha, and Jane, that you guys, and since Nisha, you come from the wellness side, and you and Gaurav can talk that how are we going to do it. So Drashti, you and Gaurav and Oda can give your inputs to that, the training and physical training and workouts, and since you've been listening a long time. So to put it in a brief manner, it is like people go to a spiritual guru or a spiritual place like a church or a ashram or a mosque or a temple, or so you go to a spiritual guru or a spiritual guide for your life. You go to a gym to get physical guidance on how to work out, how to, so you have someone who is a physical fitness expert. You go to a nutritional expert, you go to a doctor, and you go to a professional counselor. You go to someone to understand your kids' that how should you work with your kids and your family life. So family therapist, kids therapist, a kids psychologist, and a fashion stylist. You go and get your hair done somewhere, okay, and you get yourself styled. You buy furniture somewhere. Then you go to another person to help you plan your holiday, and then you go to another person to help you buy real estate. Okay, if all of these were combined on one platform, that is what Brahm is trying to offer to people. Okay, through how do we do it? We do this through clubs, lounges, restaurants. It's all listed there. Gyms. Are you beginning to understand what I'm saying? And typically, an average human being does not have the wherewithal, the money today to pay for all this. You know, they want to do it, but they want it at a very low cost. So we are concentrating on people for whom it will make a big difference when we do this to them. If they are doing deals worth billions and multi-billion, hundreds and billions of dollars in a year, them having better memory, them having better, sharper insights, them being more calm, being more happy, will help them do those deals better. Okay, so that's why spending $1 million with us a year to them will make sense. Okay, because if someone is going and negotiating a huge deal, and if because of us they're sharper, they're smarter, they're there, so those are our target audience. And for the first 6 months, we can give them a free, um, trial for properties. So, so that's the target audience. And for that, we need to create a small video talking about this aspect. So we talked about that the 5 pillars that we have good agriculture as one pillar. So we are doing agriculture ourselves. Then agriculture related research, development, biosciences to come up with the best possible crops. Then the next side is where we create products from that research. So all kinds of lifestyle products and other products. The third part is the diagnostics that you come in, we have a questionnaire for you, we have a full scan, testing, psychoanalysis, and that is the third part. The fourth part is the prognosis. That means we then provide you therapies and experts who will help you take care of all the things that were diagnosed. And the last pillar is the real estate, that you have hotels, homes, all this kind of real estate, restaurants, lounges, bars, and that coming out of it. And then we have a team that is got knowledge, design knowledge. So that's our core team that is doing all this, that is delivering all these things. Right? So that is what we are doing. Thank you. So that is the Brahm platform, and we have different locations globally that will help us deliver these products, services, and where these members can come and spend time. But also Brahm.com as a website, and so you understand what I'm saying? Hmm? So we want to make a video, a promotional video first for this. Okay. So, Sammy, what I suggest is all the videos that you have made till now, where are they lying? That you've taken all these different videos here.
In Drive, Google Drive.
Okay. Can you give her access to the Google Drive? Okay. So right now, who all have access to it? Only you. You're the only person having access.
Me, Karan, Goa, Gaurav, and another person. Jane have access for someone.
How many drives are there?
One file for Goa, one file for Pune, one file for Bangalore, uh, 154.
So Karan has access to all the files.
Yep.
Um,
I can share to anyone.
yeah. So what you do is you give access to this guy called Avinash. You know Avinash and Hemant,
Avinash, the
Kalkunjiri
technology, yes,
guy,
yes, I know
right?
this.
So give Avinash and Hemant access to those files. Give her access to the files.
Okay.
But give Avinash and Hemant full access and ownership.
Mhm.
Karan, you can, I mean, there's no real value for him having that right now. There's no, so that's okay. Give Hemant and Avinash full access. They can change, they can, upload, delete, whatever. Give Diksha right now an access that she can go and see everything. Okay? After a week or 10 days, when we know whether she's working with us or not working with us, all that, then we can give her a higher degree of access. Okay?
Okay.
So, what I recommend is what's on our website. Okay, how does it look to you as a cinematographer? How does it look and feel? Okay, and the content on the website, how it should be more clear and how it should be. That I think Zayed and Nisha and Jane and all should look into and see. And you guys start, give me a plan. So you and Sammy sit down, work out, go through the archive of the videos and see how we can create one video, taking snippets from there, introducing Brahm to somebody. And then we can make a plan before he leaves for Mexico. That when are you back, Nisha, from?
15th.
I'm sorry?
To Pune.
15th.
Yes.
Zaid, do you need a visa to come to India?
I'm not sure. As a Canadian, I'm not sure. Canadian with Dubai residency, I have no idea.
Well, you'll have to check. I think there's a visa on arrival, if I'm not mistaken. But just check. This COVID may have, so just make sure you check online once, right? Before you book your ticket.
Okay. Yep, for sure. And is it okay if Ayub comes with me? Or should I just do alone? I don't mind either or.
I have no problem.
Okay.
It'll be a working trip, so if
I told him for me, I told him that. He said I can go do my own thing, explore something.
That's pretty. I mean, India on your own to explore is a bit. It's a bit of a challenge. It's a bit dirty. It's not easy to go around. It's more a place you show. It's like if you landed up in Ramallah or something somewhere. No, you need some local.
Oh yeah, you gotta know. Yeah, I get it. Yep.
Anyway, I've been telling these people about what our marketing strategy should be. So the way we are doing it right now, each of our property, a commercial property, whether it's a hotel or whether it's whatever it is being marketed standalone. Okay? As just as a hotel, as a room, as a restaurant, that is being marketed. I want you guys' team and Sammy coordinating it to create a marketing campaign along with a brochure and a website for Brahm once all the properties become Brahm. Right? So, understanding the whole thing and then creating a marketing campaign and who are we targeting. So, you've heard me for a long time, Zai, talking about it. So right now our website, the way it is, it still will confuse someone if they go to the website straight away. Like what are we talking about? Okay. So giving it a little more, simplifying it a little more, like letting people just understand that I've said it's a platform, but if you say it's like, basically if you become a member of Costco, you know what Costco is?
Yes.
Costco is a grocery store in the US. Now it's all over the world. But if you become a member of Costco, then you can access the best products at a very cheap rate prices. That's what Costco allows you to do. It goes for you, sources the best products from all over the world and sells it to you. But for that, you pay $60 a year to get that membership. In our case, to imagine, we are a supermarket of well-being and wellness, okay, of a happy life, of a lifestyle, which is efficient lifestyle. So we are a supermarket of that. To access all those products and locations and services, you need to become a member. But the membership here is very steep because we are selling you a whole curated lifestyle. So that's the point. And that's the marketing campaign, that as a member of Brahm Lifestyle Club, you are able to achieve your peak performance through our products, services, and properties and team of experts. Okay? Now, after I've said all this, and we can ask Jane and we can ask. So I would like, now one side is the script writer. We need to write a script now. Okay? Then there's going to be another person who's going to direct it. Okay? And then the other people are the cinematographers. And then package it, and then we need the marketing end of it. That where do we send this? In an email with a link to our video, with a link to our brochure, with a link to our website, and a small pitch in that email. And who should this email go out to? Okay? So within your group, you'll have to decide who knows what the target audience is. So like Zaid, you have been to the Founders Club in Carmen. And you understand why we chose that Founders Club. That anyone who comes to that Founders Club right now is assumed they're an ultra high net worth individual. They're probably nobody less than $50 million in net worth that is coming to that Founders Club. So that's the right audience. Okay, so that's a very targeted marketing I'm doing, branding I'm doing. And it's costing me 50 lakhs a year, $100,000 a year maybe, or $50,000 a year. But that is meant because I feel if they have 50 members who come to that Founders Club right now, we have a good chance of picking up 5 of them. Because of the close association, we have sponsored that group. Brahm is in Carmel, we are local. So there's a very high chance that they will come to us. So that's a very targeted marketing I've done there. And remember, my target is in the first year, if I can get 100 members, I'd be very happy. And the way this will work is 100 members will bring in 5 members minimum next year on their own. So you'll get 500 members next year, new, and will become 600. And the next year, you expect those 500 who have come new to bring another 5 each. So they bring 2,500 members the next year. And the year after that, and we're done. 5,000 members and we close it. So the cost of acquisition of the first 100 is the most expensive. Okay. And wherever we are located, Carmel, Canada, in Alberta, in Florida, Georgia border, in Spain, in Toledo and Marbella, in Dubai, and Bangalore, Goa, Pune. Let's say we are located in these 8 locations. And if we want to target in each location 20 members in the first year, okay, we'll have 160 members. So we are not looking for the mass numbers. I don't care if we are on Instagram or we are, who cares? I want 100 members in the first year. So I think all of you, because you come from backgrounds which are different, Sammy has been promoting restaurants. It's important for him to be on Instagram and push it and get on. And Karan is talking to me about SE and making sure that we are on Google, the first hit. That is not going to get us a single member. None of those people are going to pay us $1 million to become a member. Okay? So, my point is, you prepare a very good document. I will guide you, but generally, in each city, you will have an exclusive club. You will have members who have American Express black cards. You'll have people who own Rolls Royce or Bentley or any car that costs more than $500,000. Okay? These are going to be the criteria of deciding who we target, and a very targeted marketing campaign towards them. Okay? And the other side is we go and get brand ambassadors in each city. So, if a major socialite in Bombay, a major socialite in Delhi, in Pune become our members or brand ambassadors, so that is our target. Okay? So if you're in Toronto side, not the people who can organize cool parties, they don't matter, right? But someone who is very deep into high society and who has, like Sylvia Bone, I was quoting, like she's in London, she has a home, and she's inviting the right kind of people to her home. They need to be talked about and explained and done. But in the meantime, I'm trying to get one place that is fully ready with my offerings. But most of you are used to that. Where are my classes? Who's coming to attend the class? Where's tomorrow? I need students. I need someone I can, because without that, you start feeling restless. No, you need some action. So, but I'm saying, I'm not looking, this is a phase, next 6 months, 1 year, where we build the facility, build the team, get the right team in place, and then we start targeting these ultra high net worth individuals. Okay? In the meantime, I want Diksha, you and Sammy to start creating a promotional video, a brochure, and the website. The website is the best place. Everyone, you can just send them the link and they go and, right? So, the video that I have right now on the website is not that good. So, I think the first thing we should do is take my video where I explain Brahm again once in a very, and while I'm talking, we can have this, what he has captured can be playing. It doesn't have to be just me sitting and talking. Voiceover on, then we show the different activities, then it will explain that thing better. I'd asked Nihar to do it, but right now in our group, if I don't follow up on something, it just dies. Because that the ability to take it forward. So Nihar was to do a voiceover on that Goa video, but we've never gotten to that stage.
No, we decided that we'll use it for the documentary part of it.
Documentary, Nihar will do it later. But she was supposed to prepare a script and get something ready. So right now what I'll do is, I will do a voiceover. So I'll explain, right? What you guys do then is, from all the videos he has taken till now, you show those. So let's say the discussion that was happening today, right? So I'm saying we will talk about and discover cultures from all over the planet. So a person who comes to our property and stays here is not paying for the luxury of the place. He's paying for the experience. I will bring Mr. Satyavrat here to come and have a discussion with him. And he wants, so let's say I have a Bill Gates living in US, is very interested in ancient Indian civilization. Brown will bring him here. or we'll organize a video conference with a scholar of the Vedas, right? That is an exclusive service. But along with that, if you want to know where in Monaco should I go and party, we'll also provide you that. Okay? So we are a curated lifestyle platform for each person, whatever they want. Right? We are, along with fashion, what to dress, how to wear. So it's a exuberant lifestyle, happiness, but not being serious and so I think what I'm talking now, we'll do it in a more formal. Let's target tomorrow morning for that. Okay, and you take some videos of me, and in the middle then we put some of these other videos, which are some of it is just silent, but sometimes there are people just saying a few lines, one line, two lines. Like when he spoke very thing about your prosperity and then happiness. So you can have like that. We also have that doctor from in Goa who was sitting with me and talking. And then we have another expert the other day on politics, somebody else on art, somebody else on sport, on tennis, on squash. There'll be experts of all kinds that you can interact with if you're a member of Ground. Okay? That is ultimately improving your life, quality of life. Diagnostics on one side. So I will explain this properly. And you can have some of it as my video, some of it as a voiceover, and some places give a gap and let others speak from the videos that we have collected. Okay? And we'll also have visuals of beautiful places. Like we'll go tomorrow to Om Shanti Dhamma, take a visual. What he's got from Goa, those visuals playing. Okay? And music concert we have this, we have that. So I will explain the whole thing and you guys then make the video around it.
Is this going to be a draft or is it going to be like a final introductory video?
No, so we'll do this as a draft first. Then, if I like what you guys are doing, then I'll buy the best equipment you want. Otherwise, if I don't, I will go find a top-end ad agency. I'll pay them because I've been wasting a lot of money doing this. I had one before, and Sammy has been working with me. Then I'll just go find a top ad agency from New York and tell them, do it. I'll pay you $1 million, just do it. Then they'll do a top-end product. No? But you guys try it with whatever camera you have. It doesn't matter. The quality doesn't matter right now. Let the content first come out. And if it is perfect, then I'll buy you whatever you want. But this is just one introduction. Like this, we'll have to make for each property videos. We'll have to make for each vertical videos. Okay? Keep presenting it. And like I said, ultimately, I want 5,000 members after 5 years. And so basically 5,000 families. And so if that family is having a wedding, or if that family is having their children go to college, if they want to buy a house, they want to start a new gym routine, they want a nutrition expert, they want spiritual expert, Brahm will help them. So the budget to me every year is $1 million to $2 million per family every year that they spend through us. And that's the business model. So I really don't want to go into any mass markets. Now, running a restaurant or running this and that is not very important. I've realized I'm wasting a lot of energy because I'm having to get involved. Dal, kidhar hai, aata, kidhar hai, all that bullshit. So, it may be better to shut down. But it's a way of expressing our passionate cuisine. That what do we want to present as a global cuisine. So we will have that because when people come and stay with us, we want them to eat. We want them to have a curated meal of beautiful food. So even when I order food myself nowadays with the chef where I'm staying, it'll always be something different. So we want to incorporate that in our meals. If there's no sugar being used, but it's still tasty. Or if there are very nutrient-rich ingredients, it's very tasty.
Like alternative ingredients.
And
There
for
are more
each
healthy.
body, you have a different alternative.
Yeah.
If your body doesn't like coffee, then we'll find something else for you. If it doesn't like sugar, we'll find something else for you. That kind of stuff. So Right, you've heard this story, this spiel many times in the past. But somehow when
Yeah.
it comes down to putting it down on paper and you saying it on your own, I mean, nobody's doing it right. Okay. So we have written, Zaid, many times the content ourselves about the cafe in Dubai. We wrote it, right? So I'm glad you're coming to India because I think that'll help. Um, and Sammy is getting ready to leave, but we want a marketing. So the whole idea is that in 5 years we should have a 50 to $100 billion valuation of this platform, given our revenue potential. And the people who are participating in it today should participate in that. But I think for that, I need people who understand what I'm trying to do and can independently start doing something right now. In any area, take one area and independently start doing some work there. That is the challenge. So that's why I'm feeling many times it's best to bring fresh people. So like Diksha is fresh. She has no background. So she doesn't know. I can tell her what to do for Brahm. Even in I feel in exercise, because Nisha, you have been doing classes, so your mindset is in a certain way. You're used to certain clients, you're used to something. So you're not able to understand that how do I go after this one customer and just focus on a dance class which may have just one person in that class. It doesn't sit with you, it doesn't excite you, it doesn't get you going. You want 10 people, each one paying you 2,000 rupees, and then you just, that's your go to. Okay? But that doesn't fit into what I want to do. Right? So I'm finding when I bring people with experience, they're all going to come because this is a totally new platform. So, and I keep repeating how Google was when it was set up. Nobody knew in 1991, Google became a search engine. And it was Google, Lycos, AltaVista, Yahoo, these were search engines. So basically, the internet was just starting. So people thought we can go and type search commands in Google. But if Google started telling people at that time that we want to become Google Maps, in 91, 30 years ago, I mean, what are you talking? I mean, that means somebody's going to talk to me on my phone and take me where I'm going, right? So if they brought in experienced people, they would laugh at them. So they took a lot of freshers, fresh graduates who worked with them and helped them create that vision. So I'm saying people today don't understand what I'm trying to do, especially when they're coming from experience. So everyone then jumps like, okay, the way you market it is go to Airbnb, go to Trivago, and then you go put it on your Google search. You should come first. Brahm should come first. Hermes never comes first on any Google search. It is not available everywhere on everyone's, but people who want it search for it and go where Hermes store is. I'm not saying Brahm is Hermes today, but that's where we want to get to be. Very quiet, very exclusive, people knowing about us through word of mouth. It should almost be a little mystery to it, not easily accessible.
Yeah, like a secret club kind of.
It's by invitation only, it's only secret. It's like, oh my God, that's the secret to longevity.
Yeah.
Have you discovered Brahm? But it should only be talked about in few people.
It gives you that luxury factor also. If it's an
Exclusivity.
exclusivity.
That means I don't want, if Bill Gates is doing it, he doesn't want that even Sammy has access to it.
Yeah.
He may not say it, but that is the meaning of exclusivity.
Yeah.
That means you don't want a normal person to have the same access to it. So that is why I'm saying we are going to create exclusive spaces. And we're going to sell this also through real estate. If you buy a real estate, you become a member automatically. Okay? So that is my point. And most of the people in the group right now, somebody has run a restaurant before, so they're like, come on, let's start a restaurant. Let's serve Chinese and Mughlai and let's serve everything. I mean, it's okay. but that's not the aim at the end of the day. We want a team who buys into my philosophy and understands it. Sammy, do you understand what I'm saying? Okay. And Zaid, are you getting something of what I'm saying?
Yes, I'm understanding it. I just want to clarify. So, do you want zero online presence in terms of Instagram and in SEO, or can we just have a presence but not really invest too much into it?
Yeah, just the website. And even if tomorrow you made the website members only beyond the first page, I'm okay with that. So when we market it to someone, we say, here's a code for you to get in there. So then it becomes that this information is not available to everyone. Okay? So you have to unlock the website to go in. Like if you go to the top hedge funds on the planet, they don't have an Instagram page. They don't have a, the top performing hedge fund. Let's say you go to Pershing Square, okay, and you Google them. You have to have a login to go into their website. But people want to put money into that. The people who matter want to put money in there. So, and they'll raise $500 billion in their fund and they'll manage it and they'll do all that. That's where you make the money. The average business makes a lot of noise but very little money. So otherwise you become as big as Amazon, where then you become a granddaddy and you make 1 cent of every living person on the planet every hour. That's the other business model. Otherwise you get killed in the middle. How many people are on the internet trying to sell today? It's so crowded, and I think it will just be another voice. We'll start selling something and forget about it. Let's start making one member at a time. But anyone I talk to, including Nisha, imagine Nisha, if you were a super successful person, your problems remain the same. You are confused, your interpersonal problems, medical problems, you want to have sexual vitality, everyone wants to be a superman, the man, you want to have like great relations, you want to be famous, you want to be recognized by everyone, you want to be powerful, you want to be immortal. These are common things everyone wants. So if someone starts telling you that we can help you in that direction, you're going to listen at least. Okay, tell me, what do you have to say? Okay? And then you start talking. And then we bring it. And then the right time I'll go on TV, I'll go on Bloomberg, I'll go on CNBC, I'll go on, BBC World and CNN. And that's where the people with money will get to know I'm there. Okay? There's no point being on a fashion, magazine or blah, blah, blah. Because people there don't really have money. Okay? So, that's the idea. You guys start working on this. Then I'll again do an interview with both of you because that'll again give more clarity. Then you go to all the videos we have and start picking from there interactions. And some of it could be borrowed from the internet. But blend into what we are doing. Kids Club, that, biodiversity. So I think we'll have a 10-15 minute video where my voiceover talking, introducing Brahm. Okay? And once you're done with your sabbatical, Nisha, then we can get back to some fitness workout, this, that. Maybe you'll come back to Bangalore. Okay, so you're getting an idea?
Yeah.
So
Yes.
if you want, you and Sammy today, if Bangalore Palace is open, just go take some videos of Bangalore Palace for it to look more authentic, our own coverage, our own footage. If Lal Bagh is open, you go to Lal Bagh and take some footage from there. Okay? And then tomorrow we'll do a video of mine. Then tomorrow we'll go to this Kaveri place, Om Shanti Rama. We do that Brahm theme there. So that's part of a lifestyle that we'll provide someone. Discover ancient Indian secrets, unlock the meaning behind the Vedas and the knowledge and the treasure trove, right? Things like that. Sami?
Hampi is another good spot.
So he's going, actually, my dad is saying he wants to go to Hampi.
Very
On the
good
way.
spot.
But you realize, like Hampi, like you have Chichen Itza in Mexico, which is a pyramid. So, like that, there are 20,000 places in every civilization. So, what I'm trying to say is, Brahm is not India focused on. So, we cannot just remain because I'm at this time of the year, I'm in India. But when I'm in Mexico, I'm super excited about Mexico,
They also
or
have a
Spain,
big history.
Portugal, Peru. You know, if you go to what's that? Peru, or a very famous thing in Peru,
Machu Picchu.
Machu Picchu. Okay, or you go to Egypt, the pyramids, the
For this, it's just
Jordan. So all I'm saying, everywhere we are creating something. Where we are in Canada, around it is great biodiversity. Where we are in Florida, I mean, the guy shared the video. It's beautiful. Crocodiles, swamps, open island. So you have to become humble. What I had a problem earlier with our conversation, like we cannot become arrogant that the only way is Indian philosophy and that is not the right. We have great knowledge here, but we should also be respectful for knowledge from everywhere. So the problem with today is a little bit of
basically what
jingle,
you are looking at is humanity as a whole.
good things everywhere in the world,
Humanity as a whole.
including Vedas and Hinduism, but including Korean civilization, including Bali, including China, Japan, Mesopotamia, which was right now where Iraq and that part, Egypt. And then you go to Latin America, Peru, Mexico, this. And then Canada and US, the traditional, and Greece. And
Red Indian.
no, you don't say that anymore. That's wrong. Very politically, it's like calling someone a nigger. So you say American
Which word?
Indians,
Which word?
red Indians,
Red Indian. Okay.
because they used to wear, they would have this red thing and the thing, and they be so in comics and books, red Indians were made to look as the enemies. No, we grew up
Okay.
knowing that you shoot the red Indians because
Okay.
they've been put in reservations in America.
Mhm.
But they're part of the same Mayan and Inca and that civilization.
Yes.
The old native, they call Native Americans.
Correct.
You don't say red Americans or red Indians anymore. Native Americans. And the natives of Mexico, Brazil, all these places, their civilization is amazing.
Yes.
So when I go to Mexico, it feels like you're back in India because they will make their house, the traditional homes, around wherever their natural spring of water.
Oh,
They call cenotes. So wherever there's a cenote, we'll have a civilization around.
And then its structure is also very similar to like how Indians do it.
stone. And
Food would be generally whatever is locally available, they would eat. So they would eat grasshoppers and ants, but also then all the other, and then a lot of cilantro, onion, tomato, garlic, ginger,
corn.
lemon, corn. These are the local food, but it's so healthy. So I see a lot of similarities between Mexico and India, but India is more scientific. So that what my father was saying earlier about the Sanskrit language and that there has to be some truth to it because Indians just have natural in math and science. It just comes naturally to us.
Like you.
And
I
it,
know.
yeah, and if you
Guys
go,
are good. I mean, they're like,
all the, if you look at traditional Brahmins of India,
they're very good.
today, 30% of top 100 companies in the world, the CEOs, are Indians, but out of them also majority Tambrans. There has to be a reason that Ram Dorai and the guy in IBM, guy in Microsoft, Google, All these guys, all Brahmins from
Yes,
South India.
completely different.
So they are the ones reciting the Vedas and the shlokas. So what he was saying that it's good for your memory when you do. So like
It's the
these,
frequency of
the
the
frequency, and they're saying that it matches. So there must be something to it because and the Brahmins in India are able to pronounce words
Yeah.
which you cannot.
Yeah.
So when I say Brahma, you'll find it difficult to say Brahma.
Apparently, it activates like your neurons in your brain, just the vibration.
So again, that's a very important part that children learning Sanskrit because it's considered one of the mother languages along with Latin and some of these things. And they say you can write software code in Sanskrit much better than because it's very like what they said grammatically there are rules. So if you know those 4,000 rules, so it follows that exactly. It never changes.
Spot on.
You can't change. So you cannot have one word cannot be pronounced into like in English you can have
Tomato, tomato.
yeah, and also the context. So
The way
pronunciation
you
changes.
changes.
So you can
Proper
have
noun.
O and N as on, but in another place O and N may be own. Phone is O and E is O and own.
Yeah, pronunciation.
Pronunciation changes.
Phonetics.
So I'm saying all that is very. These are points that I think again as a Ram lifestyle, you sit and think about all this. So family that becomes a member of ours will start because think about it. How many families today even sit down and think about this?
Like I have some friends from college who have moved to the US. One Ajay Sharma is there. He's fixed for his kids, Indian culture. So one day is instrument, one day is reciting, one day is shloka.
But he's doing it because he believes he wants his children to know Indian culture. But we don't want to say Indian culture is better than this culture, that culture. We want to take what's good from India.
You have something really deep in that.
And I want to take the reason, let's say Sammy, if I tell him to design, okay, what he will design, Indians will not even start thinking
Not registered.
because we don't appreciate fine beauty in life. We are adjustment.
Because
Okay, no, a little bit okay, no, it's okay. Just do it. Whereas, so you'll find most of the celebrity chefs, the Michelin star chefs, come from Spain, France, Italy, all Latin cultures. They will take so much trouble in preparing a dish. It'll be so small in a big plate, right? But then this flower kept this small little petal of thing kept this way. No. Okay, a little bit this way. No, okay, let move. And Indian,
we find it drama.
no, so when I took my friends from here, went to Switzerland, we went to a Michelin star restaurant together. So the typical Indian will straight away say, "What a waste of money for this much food, $200." Correct?
Correct.
Because it's like we are used to quantity.
Ah, bhai.
What is the serving? What are we paying for it?
Yeah.
Whereas, so I will like to go and learn from the Latin culture why they are able to have this sense of beauty.
Aesthetics.
The way they'll dress, most of the fashion trends come out of there.
Yeah.
So if he'll wear pink shorts or like red trousers, little above the ankles, short, Italians will be wearing that. They'll sit down, they'll sip a coffee the way they. Everything is stylish.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm saying that is what Brahm is. It's not taking and beating my chest that only Indian.
Oh,
Pick the best from India, which is this deep knowledge of philosophy and mysticism and science. Right? So the things they talked about, zero, mathematics. So we come to life from that angle. Everything from logic, science, math, and philosophy. Okay, what everything is about numbers. we'll buy this car. Okay, now what is the mileage of this car? That's the first thing an Indian will ask.
Yeah.
Okay, whereas a Maserati or a Bugatti or a Ferrari or a Lamborghini is designed for the look, for the beauty of it. No, you're not going and asking what the mileage.
Yeah. It doesn't matter.
So I'm saying that aspect we need to learn from there, and of course from the Greeks, the art of philosophy and warfare and strategy,
Alexander.
and the Scandinavians, the Britishers. How did they have the courage to travel the whole world,
Capture.
capture it, and how did they have the strategy to? So that's what I'm saying. You need to open your mind out and learn from everywhere. Okay, and that's where I differ. So traditional, and why no one is able to reach that stage. Like my father will remain a die-hard Hindu. He'll defend Hinduism to his last breath, even if it is wrong. So like one day my daughter was asking him that in India people pee on the road. It's so bad. It's stinky. And he just heard it and said, no, 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 you shouldn't look down. It's environment friendly that they're peeing on the road. You know how much water we save? So, he will defend the indefensible about India. Okay? We don't want to be like that. We are taking agnostically every culture, every platform from the planet, picking the best. Okay, so so that's an idea I think a lot of people need to understand. So let's say Zaid is an Arab, he would have grown up hearing glory stories about Arabs. It happens in every house.
Historic cry.
We did this. The Arabs had discovered this before anything else. And if you're a Russian, you're born a Russian, you'll grow up hearing stories. Mother Russia, we rule the world. When I get a person from Iran, they will talk about Cyrus and how Iran was the center of the planet. Okay? This is true of every culture.
Yes.
And that is where where we are saying is when you're Brahm, you get over that ego and you get down to facts. Okay? Marwadis grow up thinking Marwadis are the only ones who understand fucking business. Right?
That's the mindset.
Dhando, no, like how? Understood? Everyone else is an idiot.
No.
Everyone is an idiot. Anyway, this is the gist of it.
No, he's
Anyway, Zaid, so you guys get on this marketing call, start working on these things, and figure out when you can come to India. And Nisha, all the best in Dubai for the next couple of days.
It is.
Take care. Bye. Has it
Bye.
started getting hot in Dubai?
It is.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mornings must still be pleasant. Early mornings and late evenings.
No. No. I've been up at 7:30 also. It's been hot.
Really? That's normally March is not bad there. But Zaid must be happy coming from
Evening?
the snow.
Even-
Okay.
It's a blizzard in Toronto right now.
Exactly. So you're like
Yeah, it's
you're in heaven. But Bangalore is nice weather. Huh? Bangalore is very good weather.
Yeah. Bangalore is great.
All right. Take care. Bye.
Wait.
Okay.
Um,
He does something else. He doesn't want to do it.